Welcome to the class 8 students. This is the continuation part of the chapter reproduction in humans. In my previous video, I started talking about ovulation and menstruation. Let me give a small recap and then we can move on to the continuation part of menstruation only. So I have said that ovulation is the process when the matured egg get released from the ovary is known as ovulation, right? So the release of the matured egg from the ovary is known as ovulation. Now when does this ovulation take place? Before that, let me tell you what is menstrual cycle. I have already talked about menstrual cycle previously, but I want to give a small recap. Okay, so the menstrual cycle in female is a 28-day long reproductive cycle, and at the middle point of this 28-day long cycle is the 14th day, right? So 14th day is the middle point of the 28-day long cycle, and on this 14th day the ovulation occurs. That means the matured egg get released from the ovary. Now what will it do? It will come to the fallopian tube and wait for the sperm to come and fertilize it, and after fertilization, when the zygote has been formed, the zygote will move towards the ovary, towards the uterus. Now before this ovulation, that means from day 1 till day 13 or 14, before the process of ovulation, the uterus is preparing itself for the implantation of the zygote within the uterus. How is it preparing itself? It is becoming thick. The inner walls of the uterus is becoming thick by the deposition of tissues. And how is it occurring? With an increased supply of blood towards the uterus. Why is it doing so? Because the zygote will need a bed-like structure to keep it safe, and that is why the inner layer of the uterus becomes thick to form a bed like structure for the growing zygote. Okay, so this is what happens when the sperm comes and fertilizes the ovum. But what if the sperm does not come and fertilization does not happen? Okay, look into your book, page number 35, under ovulation and menstruation topic, second paragraph. If the egg is not fertilized, it is expelled from the uterus along with uterine muscles and blood. So if the egg is not fertilized, no zygote will be formed, no use will be there of the layer of tissues that have formed over the inner wall of the uterus, right? So everything will be expelled out of the uterus. Everything means the egg, the matured egg, because since no sperm came, now there is no use of the egg, because again in the next month another egg will be formed. Okay, so the egg, the tissues of the uterine wall, and along with blood, all of these, they become degenerated and they are expelled from the uterus. Okay, on about 28th day of the cycle, the lining of the uterus breaks and blood along with tissue is discharged from the ovary. So this happens on the 28th day of the cycle. Okay, and this flow of blood with the tissues is known as menstruation. Now don't get confused between menstrual cycle and menstruation. Both may be of the similar thing, two parts of the similar thing, but they are not same, they are different. Menstruation is the discharge of the degenerated ovary along with the uterine muscles and blood, which occurs on the 28th day of the reproductive cycle, and that cycle is known as menstrual cycle. Now this menstruation, the release or the discharge of the blood along with uterine tissues and degenerated ovary, lasts for, look at your book, it generally lasts for 3 to 5 days, marking the end of the cycle. 3 to 5 days marking the end of the cycle. If the ovum gets fertilized, it gets implanted in the uterus, the female becomes pregnant and the menstruation does not occur. So I'll come to that later on. Basically, menstruation, this 3 to 5 days period of menstruation is a part of the menstrual cycle, which is of 28 days, and the end of the menstruation marks the end of the menstrual cycle. So this menstrual cycle and menstruation means menstrual cycle occurs within the female every month, but this menstruation occurs only when the female, the ovum is not fertilized within the female body, and then only the menstruation, that is the discharge of the uterine muscles, the blood and the degenerated ovum goes on for 3 to 5 days. Okay, now this occurs only if the ovum is not fertilized, but if the ovum gets fertilized, the zygote reaches the uterus, where the uterus is preparing itself for the implantation by making the inner walls thicker, and it gets implanted in the uterus, and then the female becomes pregnant, and then menstruation does not occur. Why does menstruation not occur in a pregnant woman? This is a very important conceptual question. In a pregnant woman, the woman is already, the uterus is the home for a growing baby within the mother's womb. Okay, so if means in a pregnant womb, the uterus already carries a growing or a developing embryo, right? Then if menstruation keeps on occurring, and if egg is not produced for 9 months, means each month one egg is produced, right? But after a woman becomes pregnant, no egg is produced until the delivery of the baby, because if the egg is produced, if the sperm fertilizes it, then there will be no place for that zygote to implant itself, because already the uterus is occupied by a growing baby. So that is why in a pregnant woman no ovulation occurs, and thus no menstruation occurs. Okay, this is an important question. Next paragraph, menstruation continues up to 50 years of age. So this menstruation continues up to 50 years age of the woman. That means after 50 years, after menstruation stops, the woman is no more the woman no more can give birth. Okay, after this, no eggs are released from the ovaries, no ovulation takes place. This stage is in a woman's life when menstrual period stops permanently and she is no longer able to bear children, is known as menopause. So this menopause marks the end of the menstrual cycle in a female body, and it is generally, more or less, it differs from one female to another female, but generally it is 50 years of age. Okay, so I hope this concept of ovulation and menstruation is clear to you all. Next video will be about the process of fertilization in human beings. Okay, I hope you have understood till this now. I will continue with fertilization in the next video.